Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Temmybanjo here, and I bring to you an eyebrow tutorial, very in-depth. So if you want to learn how to slay your eyebrows like this, make sure you keep watching and stay tuned. Welcome. So this is what the eyebrows look like initially. I'm just going to put some concealer and powder it up to, bring out the shape I want on my eyebrows and make it more defined sort of. So I'm going to be using the Hegai and Esther brow pomade in the shade Toffee. This is a very suitable shade for most skin types, especially if the person is on the lighter complexion. So I'm just going to be outlining with some strokes down the eyebrows. What I like to call this is building a house for the eyebrows. I mean, that's how I can explain it properly. So I'm here building a house for the eyebrows, and I'm following the brow shape she has on, but then I am also creating an invisible tail where it isn't, because you don't necessarily have to follow the brow shape to the end. You just have to work with the person's brow shape. I didn't go all the way into the eyebrows, especially in the front area, so it remains it remains natural looking. I'm going to go in with some little strokes in front, so I brush that up. So this also helps to keep the eyebrows looking natural. Nobody likes eyebrows looking too painted. Then this is the brow tint I use. I'm going to check the name and put that in the description box. This brow tint is a game changer. I mean, these days, if you don't have a brow tint, a brow gel, or some sort of, I don't know, it's some sort of a brow fixer, like something that makes your eyebrows stays, you have to get one ASAP. This is what I use to tint my brow and also make it stay. Look how flat this my concealer brush is. I make sure it's very flat, so it slips and glides on very smoothly. If your brush isn't that flat, you can sharpen it. I would like you to look up on how to flatten your brush so you can achieve a flawless brow outline. I'm using the Ferraruchi brow concealer. I'm using the Ferraruchi concealer to outline the bottom of her brow and to also define, I guess it's the same thing, define the bottom part of her eyebrows. And I'm starting with a darker shade, not necessarily darker, but her own actual skin tone, her own actual concealer shade, because this helps with blending. And also, if it's a full face you're going in for, you have to do nose contour. The nose contour goes in right under the eyebrows, so that helps also. So I don't like to use a lighter concealer there, because it's just a waste of time. Once you put the nose contour there, it slips in perfectly. Now I'm going under the highlights or the arched area with the lighter shade of concealer. Notice how different the shades are. That's because the only part where I want to be highlighted is towards the arc area. The whole part of the front just needs to be clean and neatly defined. But I want the arc to look really highlighted. So I'm just going to use this to clean the bottom part of my eyebrows. And make sure your hands are very steady as possible. And if you want to rest your hand on, if you need something to rest on, make sure you have your foam or your powder puff in your finger, so you rest or your finger on your client's face gently. Remember, I said gently. So this is how I'm going to do the cleanup, and also use the same brush to blend in the two colors in. That's the lighter shade and the darker shade, to blend that in and take it all the way down to the eyes, because that's the only way you can blend everything too. And also, once in a while, I clean the top if it's kind of crooked or not straight, but just to show how you can do that. Make sure you use her own skin tone to clean the top. I'm using this I call this a little stippling brush. This is what I used to this is what I used to blend out the concealers I already applied. So this goes in really nice. It helps you clean up. It helps you, what's it called? It helps you blend out the concealer properly. So this is what I used to blend out the concealer all the way. This is what it looks like right now. So I'm just going to go in with my Zickel powder in a light shade. I started with her own powder shade, and then for the under arc, or where the arc is, I went in with a lighter shade just to keep the highlight popping. Yes, keep the highlight popping. So you want to set that part with a powder or setting powder. You can use a smaller brush, but for the purpose of this video, which is just an eyebrow tutorial, I went in with a big brush, and here is the final look. Look how easy it is to achieve this flicky and slicky dicky eyebrows. I'm expecting you to say thank you. Oh, okay, I can hear you say thank you already. You're welcome. So this is the finished look. This is how your eyebrows should look like if you follow those simple steps and techniques. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.